New at 10, a woman accuses her husband of abuse, but she is the one who's thrown in jail. Fox 35 investigates why an alleged abuse victim was put behind bars. Here's Kate Burgess.
Turn around.
When she called the police on her abusive husband, this isn't what Jane had in mind.
I wanted to get some justice and protection.
Instead, she was thrown in the Seminole County Jail.
Don't do anything. Please, please.
You should have showed up, and you should have showed
I
up.
have a 1-year-old son, and I'm trying to take care of him by myself. But I'm begging you, please don't.
I've already issued my order.
Jane's crime? Ignoring a court order to testify against her husband because she was afraid. Prosecutors say he choked her at knife point, and he's been convicted of domestic violence battery before. Jane isn't her real name. She doesn't want to be identified, so we're blurring her face and changing her voice. But she's not afraid to tell us her story.
You shouldn't be throwing a domestic violence victim in jail for fearing for their own safety and not testifying against their abuser.
She's talking about Seminole County Judge Jerry Collins.
Why didn't you show up to court?
My anxiety, and I'm just...
You think you're going to have anxiety now? You haven't even seen anxiety.
Jane says she's been in an abusive relationship for the past 4 years.
When he's upset, whoever's in the way is...
One day this spring, prosecutors say she happened to be in his way.
He pulled out a knife and kind of followed me up the stairs, and he was like stabbing it into the steps as I'm scooting up.
Jane was able to get away from him and call the police, landing him in jail for 2 weeks. But when he got out, she says her husband threatened and manipulated her.
There was definitely no testifying against him because 2 years isn't that long. So
you're afraid of what would happen when he got out?
Oh, definitely.
She didn't show up for the trial, so the state attorney's office subpoenaed Jane to appear before Judge Collins and explain why.
I'm not in a good place right now.
And violating a court order did not do anything for you. I hereby find you in contempt of court. I sentence you to 3 days in the county jail.
We've tried several times to speak with Judge Collins. A court spokeswoman says the judge won't talk about the case. The state attorney's office also declined to speak with us on camera. They sent us a statement saying, in part, victims of domestic violence can be in emotional turmoil, but their cooperation with the criminal justice system is integral to this office successfully prosecuting such crimes. The victim's decision to thwart the court process by refusing to cooperate despite a properly issued subpoena for her to appear in court triggered the state to pursue an order to show cause against her and the court's subsequent sentence. Criminal defense attorney Whitney Boan, who is not part of this case, says anyone can be thrown in jail for ignoring a subpoena, but it's unusual for a domestic violence victim.
The court may have had good intentions, but maybe those intentions, didn't translate necessarily in a way that would be the best received, especially if a victim now feels re-victimized and is less likely now to reach out for help, reach out to the police, reach out to the state attorney's office, cooperate with prosecutions. It can send a chilling effect.
And Jane agrees she won't be looking here for justice anymore. The judicial qualifications of the judges in this state, and it monitors complaints against judges. They couldn't tell us whether there have been complaints made against Judge Collins, but we did not find any record of disciplinary action against her. Kate Burgess, Fox 35 News.